And we have liftoff. Good morning. Hello. How are you? I'm Adam Handler. I'm your case handler. It's Monday, July 20th. I had a check on that one. Monday, July 20th. This is not fake news. You are officially cruising with the case handler. We are attorneys. I am, again, Adam Handler, your case handler. We are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We are a full-service law firm here in Manhattan. We offer offices in Brooklyn and Peekskill, and we're here to serve you. We're here to give back to the community that's embraced us for decades by offering 100% free phone consultations. That's right, 100%, no strings attached, free phone consultations, whether it's personal injury, immigration, matrimonial, criminal defense, you got a real estate question, someone in your family passed away, you want to know how to probate a will. These are all questions we're happy to answer for you. Sorry, no strings attached. But the most important thing you can do right now, other than listening to your boy, the case handler, is to take our number down and save it somewhere in your phone. Dial it, let it ring a few times. Then all of a sudden you can go back when you got a second and go into your calls and save it when you can. Our phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID Law. With me today, as always, are my partners, Conrad, the Maestro Pollack, and Nelson, the Maverick Madrid, and of course, my co-host, co-pilot on this show, a gentleman that I've been broadcasting on this radio station, 93.5 FM, since 2005. That's right, since 2005, Squeeze and I have been on this radio station. We've gone our separate wiggly ways. He's going left, I'm going right, but we always seem to come back on the same road together, and I'm thrilled that we're doing this. We recently celebrated our 100th episode a few weeks ago. And that's a lot of information out there, ladies and gentlemen. So not only can you watch this show on Facebook or clips of it on Instagram, but you can go back and watch previous shows, because we've given some amazing information throughout the months, throughout the years. And of course, we've answered some really tough questions live on this show that may be relevant to you or your family. So again, if you could do us the favor, and please save our number. It is 844-774-3529. It's 844-774-3529. We are Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. And Squeeze, let me ask you one thing before we start. Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
You down with PPID?
Come on, man. You know me.
All right.
That put a smile on Nelson of Madrid's face, okay? The Maverick himself. It's good to have everyone here together again. Conrad, welcome back. All right, Nelson, welcome back. Adam, welcome back. It's been a very long, hot weekend, and it's going to be a hot day today also. But we're here still helping people. We're not sitting in some pool somewhere. We're actually doing some work here. So it's great, you know. So I got to say super pleasant good morning to each of you. Ladies and gentlemen, as Adam noted, this show is about personal injury. It's about immigration. We want for you all to reach out to us. Once again, the powerful number to reach the firm at is 844-774-3529. Once again, if you want to get that free immigration phone consultation, you need to call before the top of the hour and say, hey, I want a free phone consultation. And that number, once again, is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Make sure you reach out to them. Adam Handler, you heard him say it. He's been on this station over 15 years. Now, who is he? What has he done? Well, he's the man who has settled over $120 million for his clients and primary clients from the station who have listened to the station. And there is no other attorney on the station. There's no other attorney that I know, okay, that is as celebrated as the Shark, as the case handler, as Adam Handler himself. Because, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever get hurt in an accident, you just need that one man, because you got that one chance, ladies and gentlemen. One choice. You've got to make it the case handler, and that's Adam Handler. The number is 844-774-3529. 93.5 FM listeners, I want to remind you that we are also live on Facebook. My page, David Squeeze Annakie. Adam's page, The Case Handler. The firm's page, PPID or Pollack, Isaac and DeSico. Look them up, subscribe to the page, like the page, follow the page. Let's build up the following. And as for the folks who are watching us on Facebook, the greatest compliment you can give Nelson, Conrad, Adam, myself, is to actually share the page with at least 10 people every time you watch. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay locked in each and every single weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM and also on Facebook. Gentlemen, okay, I want to jump it off this morning, seeing that it's a new week. Is there anything anyone wants to touch on? Conrad Pollack, the managing partner, the maestro, do you have anything to say? But we got the Maverick Minute coming up later on, anything you want to say on immigration and not about immigration as we jump the show off?
I missed you guys.
We missed you too, man.
We missed you.
I wasn't on for the last couple of days. I had some personal business to take care of, and missed you guys. It threw off my whole schedule. In fact, this morning I almost overslept. My wife had to drag me out of bed. Come on, Conrad, get out of bed. The show. Oh yeah.
Oh, that show. Don't worry, Conrad. I mean Nelson. Okay, the 13-year veteran in and on immigration with the firm, right? He was in his elements in your absence. I must say, he was in his elements in your absence. He was on fire like a mother. He was all fired up and pumped. He did an excellent job. So listen, you really choose the right people to work, with you, man. And Nelson did an excellent job, So don't worry, we got your back. All right?
Perfect example of our firm and how we handle business. We're all professionals, we're all practicing attorneys, and when somebody's got to do something.
Adam froze up.
Yeah, Adam froze up. Yeah, we're here, but all right. So before we'll come back to Adam. Basically, I presume what he was saying is that the fact that we've got such a balance of team members there, one can always back up the other. Regardless of if they have something to do or doing something elsewhere. Oh, he's back.
Hey, I don't know what happened there.
Your internet sucks. I'm giving it back to you.
Yeah, it says my internet. It says my connection is unstable. I mean, there's definitely a lot of things that are unstable around here, but I never thought it would be my connection.
Yeah,
but that's all good. But I was saying, that we pick each other up, and that's what makes this firm great. We work together, we work collaboratively, and we pick each other up. Nelson's in the office, Conrad's working from his home office. I'm working from my home office today. Matthew Goodstein's in the office today. So, we're a great combination of being able to accomplish everything we need to do to better serve our clients. Because the truth is, it's all about the clients. Squeeze, you're all about the Benjamins, but we're all about the clients. And,
I'm all about the clients, believe me. The Benjamins, without the Benjamins, man, you couldn't put your beautiful daughters through school. All right. Without the Benjamins, we can't take care of our families. Without the Benjamins, there's a lot of stuff we couldn't do. Without the Benjamin, Conrad could not make the firm be as large as it is and keep it growing. You see what I'm saying? Without the Benjamins, the Maverick, it could not be doing all these great things for all his clients. So the Benjamins come in play.
The Benjamins follow the clients. You take care of your clients, the Benjamins will follow. That's
absolutely.
And
the Benjamins follows your client, Adam.
Absolutely. You're talking about over 120 million of those George Washingtons. Well, I guess those are dollars. So how many Benjamins is 120 million? That's a million. No. What's 120 million divided by 100? That's I'm having a problem this morning.
112. That's
120,000.
No, it's more than 120,000. It's 1.2 million.
Yeah, 1.2.
Yeah.
Right. There you go. 1.2 million Benjamins for case clients.
And this is why I run the firm, folks.
This is why you remember.
It's true. He pays the bills. That's right. That's right. We'd all be homeless right now if I was
Yeah.
in charge of the finances.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, all kidding aside, again, we are Pollack, Isaac DeSico. If you like what you hear, if you like what you have been hearing these past few months, past few years, past few decades, actually, then you'll keep our number. Hopefully you'll never need it, but God forbid you do. There are attorneys out there that do things much, much differently than everybody else, and we are here to help. We've been around for the firm has been around for almost 60 years, and that doesn't happen by accident. That happens because you're providing quality legal service to individuals who keep your practice going by giving you the respect and giving you the courtesy of a referral. I'm third generation, Conrad's second generation, Nelson's first generation, but it's in our blood. It's what we do, and it's all we do. I practice personal injury exclusively. Yeah, I may have to get my friend out of a speeding ticket once in a while, but personal injury is what I do and what I love. Nelson and Conrad handle the immigration. Our partner, Fred DeSico, the closer, handles the real estate and the transactional work. Our partner, Brian Isaac, is one of the most respected and recognized appellate attorneys in the state of New York. Facts. All right. We are professionals. We're very, very good at what we do. We can't say we're the best, but I'm going to say we're really, 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 really good at what we do. And that's evident by the results that we've obtained for our clients to date. We can never guarantee a successful result, but if you want to put yourself and your family in the best possible position for the most successful outcome of your case, whether it's personal injury, immigration, you're going to keep our number. You're going to save it. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529, or easy to remember, 844-PPID law.
There you go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Cruising with a Case Handler, 8:30 a.m. weekdays right here. Make sure you check it out. And of course, Saturdays and Sundays, respectively, 7 p.m. and 12 noon. We're here. We're ready for your questions. Once again, do remember to post those questions in the comment section on Facebook. Okay. Whatever Facebook page you are currently watching, we will see those questions there. The other questions, of course, will be via WhatsApp in the WhatsApp group. And I'm going to ask Tracy to actually share that WhatsApp group with everyone so more people can join the WhatsApp group so we can get those questions from there. With that said, there's no immigration updates?
The Orange Man was busy this weekend taking care of other things. He had an interview on Fox News yesterday, which was kind of
yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Funny to watch.
Chris Wallace going after him,
Yeah.
And what's funny is that Trump's like, "Hey, Chris, what's with the fake news?" And he's like, "What fake news? I'm not fake news."
And he's telling him he's much easier on the Democrats than he is on him. I mean,
yeah.
Come on.
I mean, this is Fox News. That's your home base, man. If they don't go too hard on you or hard enough, I don't know what to expect. But listen, I think we're moving in the right direction. I really do. And even though there are limits on what we can do as far as immigration, there are many areas of immigration that are still open for business, and we're able to help. You guys want to talk about some of those things that we can help, ladies and gentlemen, with their immigration issues?
Nelson, what do you think you guys can do at the firm to help people who are actually in this?
Listen, we still can do everything. I mean, things have just gotten a little harder. In fact, one of the things we're starting to do more of is federal litigation. In fact, I was on the phone with a colleague last night at like 8:30. And Conrad, I don't know if you know, but we had a client who was going to be put on a plane this morning, and we got an emergency stay last night at 8:30 p.m. So an emergency stay basically prohibits the government from moving him while his case is pending. And this is someone who just recently retained us, who was ordered deported 10 years ago. His prior attorneys didn't do much in his case. So we work, we work 7 days a week, and we try to do the best that we can for all of our clients.
Beautiful.
And also thrown out there, when Biden wins the election on November 3rd, things are going to go back to normal. Let's hope. I would suggest everybody who has an interest in immigration, Google Joe Biden's immigration policy. Just Google it that way, Biden's immigration policy, and you'll see all the great things that he has planned. Basically bringing normalcy back to the system, bringing priorities back to the system, putting the priorities where they should be. With that in mind, people should not hesitate to file their cases. Yes, things are slowed down. Yes, things are much harder than they used to be, but the process is still there. Even if immigration shuts down next month, which they're threatening to do because they're going to lay off 3/4 of their workforce, they will be back. The cases will move eventually, and there's no reason to wait. If you have a case that you've been sitting on, delaying for whatever reason, don't delay. In addition, the filing fees are going to be going up very soon. I know we've been talking about the filing fees going up every summer, but I'm sorry, we've been talking about filing fees going up all summer. They're coming. I mean, we will be proven right on this subject. Look, the longer it takes for them to raise the filing fees, the better. It's coming though, folks. So if you've got a case, you need to file it. Don't wait.
There you go. Once again, that's the voice. That's the voice. Conrad Pollack, aka the Maestro Managing Partner, practicing attorney at the firm. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is where you actually place and ask your immigration questions. If you want to speak with the attorneys for free on the phone, you can actually call them at 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. Apology on that in the background there. All right. But Adam, what I need from you, I need a true success story, man, on personal injury before we get to the immigration questions, which we'll be doing later. So can you give us a true success story as I give you the reins, as I have given you before, but let's give it to you right now. And you have the reins, my brother. All
yeah,
right?
man. Thanks so much. True life success stories. What are they? Well, it's basically us, backing up what we say here. We could talk ourselves blue in the face about how great we are and all these amazing things we do for our clients, not only this year, but in years past. I mean, lawyers love talking about themselves. That's just facts, right? Lawyers love talking about themselves because lawyers are the ultimate advocates. When our client comes in and signs with our firm, we're on the job right away. That is our priority, making sure that their legal needs are taken care of. And when we're in court, I'm the ultimate advocate. When Matthew's in court, he's the ultimate advocate. When Nelson and Conrad have to deal with immigration court, they're the ultimate advocates. And we're not just advocating for our firm right now, because the proof is in the pudding. And these true life success stories, which we post day in and day out, are amazing, amazing results for clients. This is something that we talked about back in, I believe, late February, Squeeze, you and I. And this was actually Matthew Goodstein, my associate's biggest settlement of his career. It was $750,000 that he got earlier this year. And I wanted to talk about this case. It was an awesome job. Let's go to it right now. So if you wouldn't mind, Squeeze, reading that quote for me. Can you see that quote right there?
Absolutely. Adam Handler and Matthew Goodstein are excellent attorneys, plain and simple. They made me feel so comfortable throughout the process. The whole team called to check in on me frequently. My relationship and interactions with them felt like much more than a business transaction. They treated me like I was a family member. Adam and Matt made sure that I was listening to my doctor and resting because they cared about my well-being. There's nothing that the case handler team could have done better. Everything went perfectly. Livingston from Amityville, New York. Settlement? Wait for it. $750,000. We're talking about U.S. greenbacks, U.S. dollars. Talking about the Benjamins. That's what we're talking about. All right.
And let me add that was the maximum he could have recovered in this case. It was a $250,000 policy with a $500,000 excess, or a $750,000 policy, now that I'm thinking of it. But make a long story short, that was it. That was the maximum money he can get. We didn't settle for $745,000. I remember Matthew was getting phone calls from them. Hey, maybe, let's settle for $600 or $650 or $700 or $710, trying to save some money. I get it. It's a business. Insurance companies need to save money, but we wouldn't let them save a penny. And the reason why is because this was a gentleman that was walking down the street, crossing the street back in December of 2018. He was hit by a vehicle, had fractures to his left fibula and tibia, which is in his leg. and he had to have a major reconstructive surgery to the bone, which left him with a pretty nasty scar. You could see that right there. I mean, he's got hardware in there. He's got rods. He's got screws. Those are permanent reminders of the negligence of that driver. And thankfully for him, the driver did have some decent coverage. I mean, this could have been a situation where the driver only had the minimum $25,000. In New York, the minimum amount of insurance that you need to carry is only $25,000, meaning if this driver had that minimum policy, it's very, very likely that Livingston would have only required would only have obtained 25 grand, which would have been a huge tragedy. In New Jersey, it's 15,000. Can you imagine? So, I don't want to say he got lucky, but he was fortunate that the vehicle that hit him did have very, very good insurance, which covered all the medical bills. And of course, on top of that, $750,000 tax-free for Livingston. Certainly life-changing money for life-changing injuries. And that's what we do here. Millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars for our clients, millions and millions and millions just during the pandemic alone, with nothing more than a Wi-Fi connection. Your boy, Adam Handler, your case handler, Matthew Goodstein, we settled over $6 million for our clients with nothing but a Wi-Fi connection. A Wi-Fi connection stronger than the Wi-Fi connection I had a few minutes ago when we were tuning out. But all kidding aside, that's what we do. Incredible, incredible things because we were provided the opportunity to do so. This client had all the choices to make. Any lawyer out there, right? And there are a lot of good lawyers. And he chose Pollack, Isaac DeSico. Why do you think, David, he chose PPID to represent him in that car accident case?
I mean, from my personal perspective, I know you, and I know what you personally is capable of when you are representing your clients. I know that you are going to get the client the maximum compensation. I know that there's no other attorney anywhere out there that I've ever met that has done what it is that you have done. You don't leave a dime on the table. You're that kind of a guy. You don't leave a penny on the table. He refuses to do that, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for the maximum compensation that you listening to 93.5 FM can get, that you watching on Facebook can get. So if you ever get hurt in that accident, you only need that one man because you've got that one chance and one choice, and he's definitely your case handler. So that number that's on the screen behind him on Facebook, 844-774-3529. That's the same number the 93.5 FM listeners need to dial now and store the number, okay, for future use. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. What I want to touch on, Adam, with Nelson and Conrad is there are times when you have clients who are out of status. Many of our listeners right now believe that because they're out of status, they're under the radar, they don't want to get involved with any immigration situation because they might get in trouble, get put in deportation. How do you guys as a firm, how do you guys as Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, how do you guys as PPID handle someone who is a little bit saying, hey, I got into an accident, a bad accident, I can't do anything about it because I'm not legal here. How do you guys handle that? I mean, I have the answer, but play devil's advocate here.
Doesn't matter. I mean, you can bring a lawsuit, you can sue or be sued regardless of your immigration status. In fact, relevant to that, it wasn't long ago that the administration had ICE and the Immigration Service, chasing after people as they entered into the courthouse, checking their ID, making sure they had green cards, trying to round up illegal aliens as they were going to court because they had to appear as in their own case or as a witness or something like that. That recently ended. Federal court just struck that practice down not too long ago, last month, I believe it was, right, Nelson?
Yep. Southern District.
So basically, you don't need to have a green card. You don't need to be legally here. You could be as illegal as the day is long, and you can still bring your action in court. You can still hire the shark to get that recovery if somebody slams.
But am I going to be put in deportation? Am I going to get in trouble when I go to court? Am I going to be put in deportation? What's going to happen? Am I going to be?
Immigration has to catch you in order to do that. And as I just said, they're not allowed to do that anymore. Immigration cannot stand in front of the courthouse door trying to round people up that are illegally here.
And let me add real quick, the insurance companies have no way of knowing what your immigration status is. And a lot of times, and my staff will back you up on this, they call right away and say, oh yeah, thanks for reporting the claim. We would just want to get some information. What's your client's social security number? No. Even if they have one, we don't give it out because I know that they're going to run that social security number and try to find out some information. Listen, I've been practicing personal injury law for 17 years. All right. Knock on wood. I have never had a single instance, not one, that a client of mine had any issues with immigration because they reported a claim. Not a single instance.
And by the same token, Adam mentioned the opposite, the other side of that coin. There have been plenty of clients that Adam has brought to the immigration department at PPID at 225 Broadway on the third floor, where a person didn't have the green card or was here on a tourist visa and got involved in an accident. And we were able to keep them here. We were able to help them. We were able to make it possible for them to finish their case and get their recovery. Which makes just yet another reason, if you needed one, that you would want to go with PPID, because not only can we handle the personal injury, Conrad, Nelson, Alexandra, Shira, they'll back me up on the immigration issues. You know, you can go to a personal injury lawyer that does just personal injury, great. But what happens when you need that visa extended? Or what happens if, God forbid, something adverse is affecting you with respect to your immigration? Where are you going to turn to? You have to go to another law firm. And even beyond that, Adam, what about after you get them their millions of dollars? They want to buy that house for their mother that they've always wanted to do. Right. We walk them down the hall and we introduce them to the closer, and Fred DeSico does the closing. Or we walk them in the other direction and we have one of our lawyers do a will for them, or estate planning that they now need because they have so much money in the bank. So we're full service, folks. We can do it all.
Yep, ladies and gentlemen, definitely a full service law firm located at 225 Broadway. Nelson, the other addresses?
107 Avenue I, Brooklyn, New York, 906 South Street, Peekskill, New York, and 225 Broadway, third floor, New York. And
you have the Maverick Minute right now. You got exactly 60 seconds. Let's see how good you are.
You completely caught me off guard. Give us a call. You know, I think it's always a good thing to get a second opinion. Sometimes, you know, the attorney who you have may not necessarily know.
Perfect example is where we just got to stay for the
stepping into the Maverick.
He had a lawyer, right?
Oh, right. Well, right. I mean, obviously that's one case. You know, I'm actually working on a case this morning where I had two children that were ordered deported while they had another attorney, and they're about to get green cards, and I'm working on that case right now. So
that's what I'm talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, I want everyone to get a free phone consultation with the Maverick today, with Conrad today, with one of the attorneys. How do you do it? Every one of you, stop what you're doing right now and dial this number and get a free phone consultation. Okay? Immigration phone consultation. 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529.
It's 9 o'clock.
There we go. All right. We got the Maverick Minute in. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And I notice our numbers are soaring on Facebook. And that's what we want. And once again, as we do Cruising with a Case Handler each and every single weekday morning at 8:30 a.m., we are now imploring you and asking you and begging you to share the page. All right? Share the page with at least 10 people. Got to say a pleasant good morning to a few people. Who you want to say good morning to on Facebook, Adam?
I want to say a good morning to my dad. He watches every day. Actually, my two dads, my father-in-law and my dad. So what's up, guys? And thanks for your support. And, of course, we've got wonderful Facebook, Katana, my wonderful, beautiful paralegal, Sandra, her daughter, who's just, the example of a true fighter right now. Katana, sending out love, good vibes to you. And thanks for all your support as well. Appreciate that. I'm out of here, guys. Have fun. And remember, squeeze. That one question I got for you. You down with PPID?
Come on. You know me.
All right.
All right. So we got a couple of immigration questions here. If we can just throw these in. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful day. We've got Ali, who is on their Facebook page right now. He says, I am visa category F1, unmarried adult son. I had my interview at the consulate in February. At the end of the interview, the officer requested submission of 2 additional documents along with my passport. I submitted everything yesterday. Does the consulate have a time limit on responding on my application?
No,
Isn't he subject to the presidential proclamation as well?
sure is. He's subject to the ban, and there is no time limit. I would suggest that he get comfortable wherever he is right now, because unless Trump loses in November, he might wait a long time before he gets his green card.
Okay.
So if he's got friends that are U.S. citizens, tell him to vote and vote for Joe Biden.
There you go. Very, very important that he does. All right. Once again, folks, the number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529.
Squeeze, just one thing on the bans that we haven't touched on much today. The bans are temporary. Right now, these bans on cases like this gentleman, this F1 sitting in this country waiting, haven't gone through the entire process. And F1, he's probably been waiting 5 to 10 years to get his green card, and now basically gets the rug pulled out from under him with these ridiculous bans. The bans are temporary. Right now, this ban is supposed to expire on December 31st of this year. I can pretty much assure you, folks, that if this orange person is reelected, that ban is not going to be so temporary. It's going to be extended again and again and again. And it wouldn't surprise me if he gets reelected, that ban will continue throughout the rest of his second term. So it is so important. If you're an immigrant out there, if you have family that you're looking to bring to the United States, or if you're somebody who just like this gentleman has just finished his case, has been waiting all these years, and now at the very end, just as it's about to cross the finish line, they push the line back a couple of years. That's just so unfair. And the reasoning is just such nonsense. Like he's taking jobs away from American workers. That's the pretext here. Or that he's bringing the virus with him, as if he's bringing the virus to us, where we have the largest amount of cases in the world. It's just such nonsense. But the fact is, if this guy gets reelected, we're facing this kind of stuff for years. All right, this nonsense. So get out there and vote, folks, and vote for Joe Biden. Let's get rid of this guy, and let's get the United States back on track.
Here we go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Conrad Pollack, managing partner at the firm PPID, as we do cruising with a case handler on personal injury and immigration. We're now focused on immigration. So if you have those questions, please place them on the Facebook page that you're watching. Speaking about Facebook, got to say much respect to Bergs that just joined. Carol Anderson, a Tiger, thank you so much. Raquel Stone, she said, all roads lead to PPID. Thank you so much. Linda, thank you so much. Everybody out there, for tuning in. Okay. Denise, thank you all so much also. Let's get back to the questions here. Hi, I need help regarding my affidavit of support. My main sponsor has 0 income, so I want to add a joint sponsor. My joint sponsor's income is $100,000, and he already has 3 dependents. Is one joint sponsor enough, or do I need to add another sponsor? Thanks in advance.
Conrad?
Nelson?
Yeah, so anytime someone petitions for, anytime a family member petitions for another family member, that person is required to provide an affidavit of support. I hope, it's somewhat of a difficult fact pattern, because if that person is here in the United States, they're subject to that new public charge rule, right? So even if you have a joint sponsor that makes $100,000, it could be a problem. So it's not so straightforward. If he makes $100,000 and he has 3 dependents, I think you should be fine. But it doesn't end there. Again, there's that 18-page application, the I-944. I think it's a declaration of self-sufficiency, and that's an uphill battle. So, again, give us a call, 844-774-3529. Unfortunately, there is not an easy answer to your question, as again, things have become complicated.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, that person would be a shoo-in. You've got a co-sponsor, a joint sponsor that's making $100,000 with only three dependents. That's a no-brainer. That would fly. But now the service is going to look to see if the applicant has received any kind of public benefits, and public benefits can be anything. If you went through the drive-through at McDonald's last night, they could get you for public benefits. Now I'm just kidding, folks. If you've received SNAP, if you've received Section 8 housing, or you're living in Mitchell Lama apartments, or any other kind of what they now consider public assistance. And that used to be just welfare, food stamps. Now it's pretty much anything short of emergency medical care. So it's not just about the income that you or your co-sponsor is receiving. There are a lot of other factors involved. So you really need to take a serious look at all of these things before you file your case, before you finish your case. So as Nelson said, usually definitely give us a call.
Okay. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're in tune to Cruising with a Case Handler, Personal Injury and Immigration. We're answering your immigration questions here. Call them once again at 844-774-3529. Hi, my father had applied for my F3 immigration, and in March 2020, I received an acceptance letter from the immigration office. But unfortunately, my father passed away. My sister is an American national. Now, where do I stand and how do I move forward? Any advice, please? Thanks.
So